Hi, and welcome to the onboarding process of First Class Business. So this is a preliminary evaluation, the business evaluation that will help us understand where you're at. I want you to complete this form as quickly as possible. I want you to recognize that progress is greater than perfection. So let's dive in. I'm just going to walk you through the basics of this. So the first part is about why do you want to succeed? This is so critical for us to understand. If you don't explain this well, it's going to be very hard for people to buy into your vision and build your vision the way that you want it to be built. Everybody has a different ideal scene when it comes to their home life. Everybody has a different vision of what a successful business looks like. So we need to get that from you, your 3-month, your 6-month, your 1-year vision for that. Please fill this part out very, very well. As far as the distractions go, these distractions are, you got to put that in context. So your kids, your wife, your husband, your dog, whatever else, your family, friends, all of those are distractions from work. It's true. At the same time, your work is a distraction from your home life. And so it's not a matter of saying that one's less important or more important than the other, but you got to really understand what and be self-aware of what your situation is and what those realities could look like, so that your team can also be aware and support you on those realities. So business distractions to the goals above. Again, let's go past that. Personal and business schedule. We need to know that as well. We have left some prompters in here, some aspects that we wanted to make it easier for you to recognize, like where you might go with this. So naturally delete anything that doesn't relate to what you do. Close percentages. This is now shifted into business part 2. What are you doing now for your success? We need to know this too. Even if it's something that's not going well, you're not doing right, it's kind of important that we know how far off in the left field you actually are. Because if you're trying to get to New York from Texas, but you've already started driving all the way to Arizona, well, that's important for us to know. Self-awareness will allow us to help you to recognize where you're at, so you get a clear roadmap of how to get to where you want to go. So do you keep stats or not? Be honest. Be real with us. Do you know about stat keeping tools? Do you use them? Whatever. Admit anything you need to there. Again, keep it short. Bonus and reward systems for your team. Do you have those? Do you not? Send last 2 years P&Ls. If you're just starting your business, you don't have P&Ls. Let us know that. It's important for us to know what you do and don't know, and what you do and don't understand as well. So, before you go online and just grab a template and throw it at us and be like, oh yeah, this is what I use. Make sure you put in reference, like, you know what, I don't use a P&L. I didn't even know what it was, but this is one that I found that might make sense for us. And that just shows us your energy and your effort to get things done. Review your team. We'll worry about an organization board later, unless you have one. And of course, the answer is yes down here. But we need to know who you have available, who's working for you, who we're going to be working with, who we can trust to delegate things to. And again, that trust aspect, that's open-ended, because we're going to be evaluating that as we go as well. It's not personal. It's a matter of business. So these are the elements that you'll fill out. Then you'll be sending it back to our team. This group email goes to a number of our different team members so that everybody has access to it, and we can review this as we need to. And if you want to book a call with me to go over this, if some of this stuff, if there's things that you don't want to put in this report, but you'd like to review personally, then don't hesitate to meet with me about that. I love people who are able to be transparent and open-ended, even if it's not something that you should write in the form. Like I said, we can have an off-the-record call about it, because there are dangerous elements of business. Dangerous meaning perhaps you have an issue with your spouse and you don't want to talk about that. Perhaps you have a child who has special needs. Or you have a child who is going through certain problems in those teenage years or something like that. That could be sensitive. Perhaps you have people on your team who have access to these materials, and you don't want to say certain things about them either. So there are sensitive elements that you would want to let us know about. You do need to let us get into your closets and understand what skeletons exist, because at the end of the day, they're not closets. These are foundational pillars for your business. And we got to know how strong these pillars are before we start building things on top of it. Because you know what happens to buildings that are too heavy when the pillars aren't ready to sustain them. And we don't want that to happen to your building, your legacy. So let's have a fun time with this. I'll see you on the other side.